Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the week of July 26th. Now Leo, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, leave the ones that don't. Also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Do keep in mind, Leo, as well, that the only place you can get any of my products and services is my website, zaneintuitive.com. I'll never ask you for money or ask you for a reading, so just stay aware. I've also recently launched a Patreon, so if you want to support the journey on a deeper level and get some exclusive perks, you can check that out. Lastly, I do daily content on my Instagram, so definitely give me a follow there if that is your thing. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. We also go through and clarify with 9 additional cards and some oracle, so definitely stick around. But let's see what we have going on here for you, Leo. Make sure everything's in view. Hold on, sorry. I like to get everything set up here. All right, looks good enough to me, I think. Energy on the bottom, you have the Five of Wands. So this is talking about some sort of conflict you're dealing with at this time. Could be internal, could be external. I'm thinking that it is probably around money and some sort of work situation for a lot of you. The reason being is you have this Hierophant, but more importantly, this card in the middle is the most important card in the spread. It bleeds into the rest. And so this Four of Pentacles talks about your budgeting. It's your kind of, it can mean finances stabilizing. And the thing is, I feel like this is maybe presented some sort of conflict for you. You can see this person's holding on very tightly to their pentacles. And so it does not mean, as I like to say with this card, doesn't mean go crazy on Amazon or whatever, but like it does mean realizing and having the mindset, Leo, that there is more money available to you in the universe. And if you look forward, there will be more opportunities for you, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and the Empress in the future, which is massive abundance. And so for some of you, there's a conflict going on here with money. In the past, you have this Moon card. This is talking about a temporary deception. Someone could have really played you in some way. However, now that I'm looking at this, because we also have the Seven of Cups, you could have been truly been deceiving yourself here around something in the past with this energy. The moon comes up, the moon goes down, and so the deception or whatever may not be as it appears is temporary. That's the idea behind this card. But you have this Seven of Cups here as well, which is scattered energy, confusion, having too many choices to pick from. It can mean a good thing, especially in relationships where you have, I guess, where you have like a lot of different people who are interested in you. I'm sure some of you love that, but you know, it's more so talking about like being sort of spread too thin because you have all of these decisions and options weighing in front of you, these choices to make. And so, you know, I think maybe coming up with a game plan here is going to be super important for you. Maybe you're already aware of that, and that's what's going on with this Five of Wands conflict. But Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles, like not taking on too much right now as it relates to maybe a work situation or your financial situation, not trying to, you know, do a million side hustles, but maybe pick one side hustle in addition to your job type of deal. You have this Queen of Pentacles as well. Another sort of message here. I always say budgeting. Queen of Pentacles is in charge of money, especially like in relationships. They would like do the finances. And, you know, you would also find them like handling budgets at work or just personal finance in any way. This is resourcefulness, though. This person is certainly capable of setting up game plans, setting up sort of investment strategies, making sure that their money's not leaving too quickly. And so for you, you have resourcefulness here on this on the board here with the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles as well. And so it's almost like despite all of these resources at hand and all of these things going on, it's almost like there's this conflict around it, or maybe there's one brewing here in the future. I'm not really entirely sure. We'll have to get some more clarity. This is why we go through and clarify. But you have this Six of Swords here, transitions. Okay, you're testing new shorelines, testing new waters, going new places. Potentially some of you are traveling, taking your swords with you, your thoughts. And the other thing about the Six of Swords, it's a rite of passage in a new direction. And it's probably one of the better swords cards to get, other than the Ace of Swords. So definitely like to see that. I just feel like some of you are realizing that there's a change that needs to be made in some area of your life. And it's probably around finances in some way. I don't really know how else to say this, but you have the Hierophant here. I do feel like, by the way, this gets a lot better. It's not that this is bad. In fact, I think if anything, this is a good position to be in because it's something that you get to consciously work on. It doesn't feel like something's being taken away from you. What it feels like is you are robbing yourself. And so you have this Hierophant here. This is typically, I typically read this as the place that you work, or your organization, or some sort of large structure, institution, anything like that. Could be a mentor. For some of you, it's a Taurus, but that's probably a narrow message. But yeah, so you're thinking about what it is that you do for work. You're planning the money around that. You're planning the sort of income situation that you have for yourself here. And the thing is, the reason why I keep going back to sort of you getting in your way here is this Two of Swords, which is a blindfolding situation, being at a crossroads or a deadlocked situation. Now, it is possible that someone plays you, okay? So I actually just sort of contradicted myself there, but, you know, I always read multiple timelines because it's impossible to just sort of narrow these down to one. But the thing is, the Moon, deception, Hierophant, the place that you work, or a mentor, and the Two of Swords, it can be read as an injustice, someone blindfolding you. And so you may be thinking about how, hey, maybe it's time, maybe what the conflict for you is, this job that you're at is financially a stable situation for you, but you also are recognizing that maybe there's like a conflict, or there's somebody who's not really doing right by you in this workplace. And the thing is, this is all going to change because you have this Knight of Pentacles here in the future position. This is a financial event charging in. This is a very good card. It's something you've worked for a long time, something you've wanted to have happen for a long time, in money, in the material. And at the end of all of this is the Empress, which is the most abundant card in the tarot. The Empress ruled by ruled by Venus. Venus is, yes, it's the love planet, but it's also the planet of luxury and wealth. And it talks about fertility, prosperity, and abundance. And so there's gold at the end of the rainbow here. There's treasure at the end of this journey that you've been on, especially with the Six of Swords. It's almost like getting out of the boat and discovering something here. And so let's start clarifying this situation even further. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow. It helps get the word out and spread the message to others. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Leo, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope things are going well. Hope things are good for you. Let's see what other cards we have for you here, Leo. Cernunnos, life force. Express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. Wow. Okay, so some of you are quite literally, finding someone that's passionate relationship or something like that. Life force, though, is the energy that runs within each and every one of us. it is the key in Reiki. And so, it is this idea that you can work with the energies around you. And actually, sexual energies can be used to transmute something in your life, such as a project or a business or money, even. It's just learning how to work with them. And so, for some of you, you are maybe. You have this Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Some of you are, needing to take up a meditation practice or listen to what's going on here with the Seven of Cups, the confusion that's happening. And Bridget, inner strength to move back to wholeness, recognize you have the power. So, claiming your power here. For some of you, I feel like maybe dealing with a challenging person or situation within this organization. For others of you, it's facing a financial situation head on and realizing that it's probably more stable than you think, and there's just some sort of element of confusion or temporary deception here going on, but it's inside of you here with inner strength and listen to your inner voice. There's no question. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, you have the Lovers, temporary deception there in a love situation. You have the Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Leo. Hello. What's going on here? So, I mean, look, there's like a harvest here going on. The thing is, I always like to say the Queen of Pentacles is the executor in the tarot. You would find them, like I said, handling money. And the Ten of Pentacles is associated with inheritances or estates. You can see the grandfather here on the card and the children right there. So this is money being passed through generations. And so it can represent a harvest in that way. You could be in charge of money in some situation. I mean, that could be, the financial conflict here coming through. You have this Ten of Wands and Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the overwhelming feeling, there's an overwhelming feeling. Seven of Cups, you can feel overwhelmed by the choices, and the Ten of Wands is overwhelmed by some sort of burden that you're carrying. So you're overwhelmed here, Leo, about something. And you have the Moon and the Lovers. I don't know, maybe there's a situation going on with a relationship, especially with this Chronos card here in the past. The Lovers, though, as I read in career and finance readings, is juggling tasks and priorities because it's the sign of Gemini. Gemini is the sign of duality. There are two people here on this card. And so, there is this idea of juggling as well with the Seven of Cups as well. So you have this Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. Wow. Passionate arrival here for you, Leo. Wow. Page of Wands is good news coming in. For you, I feel like you're going to realize that there's stability coming in for you. I will tell you, though, the thing is the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands is anything but stable. They are more like, let's get in our car and move cross country, take a road trip, do something like that. But with the Four of Pentacles below it, you could be getting a new job offer that provides stability. The Page of Wands is a job offer. It's just good news as well, generally. And the Knight of Wands, you may need to literally move residence for this opportunity. Some of you, though, are high skill here because the Knight of Wands is my high skill card, or at least one of them. And so it says that you're sort of like a maverick in the tarot. And so definitely like to see that. People really view you as a sort of lively, passionate, spontaneous person. I will say there's some sort of maybe also very physical, passionate relationship developing here with Chronos in these two cards. Lots of different messages that I'm getting here. Queen of Swords, looking at your work situation in an unemotional way. Page of Swords, okay, curiosity. Seven of Wands, competition, and the Hierophant. Within an organization, we've been saying this sort of throughout this reading, there's something with an organization or a mentor here coming in, and I think you're leaving for a more abundant opportunity. Knight of Wands and Six of Swords traveling, Hierophant, I just keep reading it as your workplace, and especially in this reading. And the Empress is like a harvest around there. I do feel like you've also nurtured an opportunity potentially. The Empress is a card of nurturing. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, maybe competition around an inheritance for some of you, or competition around that job. I feel like I see you winning out over that. And then you have this, the thing is, like, with the Page of Swords and the Two of Swords, I feel like you maybe have dealt with a highly intelligent person, but they're very immature. And so they've done some sort of mind game with you. They've played some sort of mind game with you. Whether it's this lover situation or there's this, like I said, I was getting the storyline of, people in the workplace maybe not doing right by you. It's probably someone who's intelligent, but they are not mature, if that makes any sense. You all know what I'm talking about. So let's see what else we have here. Let's see what else we have here. Probably a younger person than you. Yeah, I mean, it's time to stand your ground, though, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, that financial opportunity. Seven of Wands, you've been successful. Now people want what you have. So it's defending your position, especially within your organization. So let's see here. Main male, journey, some of you traveling. High honor, yep, well respected in the workplace. HR, my official person is my HR card. You've dealt with a very challenging person, and the distant horizons. There's competition around this job, this Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles card. I do feel like you will end up being the winner in the end, but you need to make sure that you really exhibit that you want this new direction. I feel like there could be a stealing, there's an opportunity for it to be stolen, because the Page of Wands does not stick around forever, and the Thief is obviously the most challenging card actually in this deck, and it's someone who steals. And so, yeah, I feel like the thing is, though, you're not going to let that happen, because Empress, Seven of Wands, Distant Horizons. Distant Horizons is good times ahead, and high honor means you're probably more well respected than this other person trying to steal from you. It's a very good card for business. Official person, HR, signing of documents. Obviously, if it's a job opportunity, you need to go through there. But at any rate, I think this looks very good for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaineintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I'll see you in the next one.